an 8 today, but if we want to go from good to great, we have to embrace each day and certainly give great effort. There were some good things. It wasn't all bad, but the way we finished practice was certainly looked like we were trying to get through it instead of embrace it. So we'll get back after it tonight, and our first 2 a day, and the leadership in our locker rooms got to. I've said all along, how far we go will largely depend upon that, and we'll challenge them to get back out, and I know they'll respond.
Who are emerging as some of your leaders in your mind?
CJ and Bo and Laramie, Laquan, DT, Cody. We've got some good ones. They just haven't been thrust in that role a lot, with the exception of maybe DT, and it's somewhat new for them. But at the end of the day, each kid's got to be responsible. Each coach has to be responsible. Each manager has to be responsible for the effort that they give. And you can't be perfect in all your things, but you can't have perfect effort. And that's what we're trying to get accomplished right now.
Like some first-team reps for Marquise with Fadal out. How's he progressing?
Tremendous athlete. Swimming a little bit with all the installs, and now he's learning a different position. Instead of the weak end, he's playing some of the strong end, so all that, he gets some different looks over there with tight ends and different things that he's not used to. So he makes mistakes, but one thing I know about him is he makes them 100 miles an hour, and we can live with that. We're pleased with where he is and expect him to get better each day.
Was it a goal of you guys recruiting just to get faster off the edge there?
Longer, faster, at every position on defense. If you just compare us to the teams in our league, our kids played hard the first 2 years. We certainly made progress in the first 2 years, but there's something to be said about having some length and quickness on your defense. And we've gotten a little longer. We've got to continue to recruit to that, but T. Shepard helps with that. Kendarius Webster keeps showing up every day. He's going to be a good player. We've got to get that green jersey off of him and get him going as soon as we can get him fully released. But yes, our goal was to get longer.
What is the green jersey?
He had shoulder surgery back in February, back at home, and we're there's some work to be done between our doctors and their doctors. He's fully go in everything except for live periods where we asked to hit, and he feels good, so I expect it to come off soon.
Replacing a lot of starts at center with Swindle being gone. How do you feel about that position right now through a week?
I'm pleased with Ben and with Robert. There's certainly, when you're blocking some of the guys we're blocking, like Robert's a tough block, and when you're asking a center to do that in a one-on-one back block situation, and sometimes we can look really bad doing that, but I hope that he makes a lot of people look that way. But mentally, they pick it up very well. I've been pleased with the snaps. We've had very few that I thought threw our timing off, and the effort that those two guys give, they fit with us. I think we're going to be okay there.
What about the same at right tackle?
Fawn has definitely come on the last few days. Robert's getting reps over there, as is Frigo and Rod Taylor, and we're kind of doing that by committee, but it looks like Fawn's kind of emerging, and Robert looked good there too. So, we just, but Fawn is coming on now that he has a better understanding.
I know that for Fawn it's a completely different offense, but is having that experience of playing some games, does it show through seven?
Absolutely, experience is. It's like I told our team, we're going through the characteristics of what it is to be all in, and there's a story in the book that we're all going through about a guy, travailing the Grand Canyon with his son, and coming up the South Ridge. When he gets through, he sees all the people in their nicely pressed clothes, and he's ready to fall out at 37 years old, and he names them rim huggers. There's nothing wrong with being a rim hugger, but you haven't experienced it, and so I don't know. I felt like Les Miles right there. He has that experience, and there's no other teacher any better than experience.
Kyle told us to come on in here now.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.
How is I guess
Isaac, I think, is 1 day away. Kalo's probably, we're looking at, I think, next Wednesday on him. Fadal, probably about the same, middle of next week to get it totally well.
I noticed you had Jeremy at the, I guess, the Wildcat or whatever.
Yeah.
He's totally different kind of athlete than Alford. Is that, are you trying to find one, or is there a chance that you
No,
use
they-
different kinds of people
They will
there?
both have a package. They'll, we've got to be careful as to throw too much on Jeremy. So how big that will be early on, I don't know. I do think, he's fatigued right now. Hadn't done something like this in a while, and it kind of shows. But once we get his legs back under him and he can think and has a clear understanding, we'll see what he can do. But no, I expect both to have a package.
How about